This is just a whiff of what the Northeast is, and many of these are studio performances, not giving us the ambience of the natural settings in which they are actually meant to be performed. Now the question that comes to mind is, why should the Northeast, with such a rich repertoire of art and tradition, feel a sense of alienation? Could putting too much emphasis on the tradition be a reason for this? Well, leaving them in a perpetual state of the exotic.
Don't project us as something exotic or extraordinary. Just project us as human beings, Indians, as the rest of India. That common bond between human beings, the rest will fall into place by itself. You don't have to teach me your culture. I don't have to learn mine. But if we can get along as person to person, everything falls into place.
Temsula Ao received the Sahitya Academy Award for English 2013. Her poetry goes by the title of Songs. Songs That Tell, 1988. Songs That Try to Say, 1992. Songs of Many Moods, 1995. Songs from Here and There, 2003. Songs from the Other Life, 2007. Her work on the oral tradition of her community, the Ao Naga, took about 12 years of research into their myths, folk tales, folklore, rituals, laws, customs and beliefs.
The uniqueness of the Naga situation is that we do not have a common Naga language. There is no language which you can say it's a Naga language because it belongs to one particular tribe. And there are as many languages as there are tribes. And within the tribes, as many villages as the dialects. For instance, I belong to the Ao tribe. We have two main branches of the Ao language, Chungli, Mungsan. And Chungli is the standard language. But there are as many languages as there are the villages. Each village speaks a different dialect, either belonging to the Chungli and to the Mungsan. So that's the complexity about one tribe. You can multiply that with the other 30 or 40 tribes.
Anil Boro received the Sahitya Academy Award for Bodo Literature 2013. Writers are connected to the soul of a region. He believes development must be a joint process that is both inclusive and empowering.
Yeah, the solution is the empowerment of the community. Then the community leaders have to be involved in these activities. The community leaders and the national political parties, national organizations, and the government should take the community leaders into confidence, and in this way, I think these problems can be solved.
You're watching Northeast Interface. We're taking a break. Stay with us. The colors of the Northeast definitely make it an exotic place. But why so? Because it largely remains unknown to the rest of India. Beauty doesn't wither with time. But what is seen, appreciated and understood will help us stop asking questions that alienate our own.
Many people still cannot take in the fact that we are Indians. This time when I came to Delhi, hotel person insisted on looking at my passport. I had a little trouble explaining to him that in India I do not need a passport. So the public perception needs to be improved or changed altogether vis-a-vis the attitude towards the Northeastern people. Yeah, we are important. Northeast is important for India.
I think the racial discrimination I face as an individual also I face, not because that people do not like people from the Northeast. I feel this is largely because people are ignorant about the Northeast. If large number of Indians, people from rest of India would go to Northeast, when they start appreciating the food, their culture, their geography, their history, their come back, and they will feel that yes, that part is so rich, that part is so magnificent.
I'm from Assam, but when I go to Kerala and Tamil Nadu, people keep wondering whether I'm a Nepali or I'm a Chinese or whether I'm a Japanese. People keep wondering like this. And when I go to China, when I say that I am from India, they don't believe. Are you Hindu? They speak like this. Are you Indian? Hindu means, are you Indian? They speak like this. So, because of this physical feature.
These unconscious prejudices don't go away easily. Efforts are being made to see that Northeasterners find their rightful place in India's cultural mix, but those efforts must look holistically at blending the region's unique rich cultural heritage with its developmental needs and that of the nation as a whole.
Music makers, let us say, singers and instrument players and all that, they may be trained in the Western schools. You know, you go to through all these stages, the piano, the violin, the guitar and what have you. But when they come to create their own music, they're falling back on their traditional material. And they're creating a new music. To call it fusion will be too light a term, you know, because then fusion, anything is fusion, but they are going deeper into the traditional roots of music. They are reviving musical instruments. Not that we had many, but they are blending it with the modern instruments.
I would feel the varieties of the folk cultures, right? The varieties of folk music, the varieties of even folk medicines, unparalleled as far as India is concerned, that prevail in the Northeast region. What is quite critical again is how do you bring them to the national mainstream, right? I always feel that National School of Drama, right, Sahitya Academy, right, our Sangeet Natak Academy, our National Museum, our National Archives should have a substantive, a very major branch in the Northeast. Today, the question is, why should Northeast integrate with rest of India, right? I always say there should be a reverse integration. Rest of India should integrate with Northeast, precisely because the rest of India is more developed than the Northeast, but in terms of material development, in terms of economic development, but in terms of culture, in terms of heritage, they are, in terms of social, ethos, values, some of these states are far ahead of many of the states in the rest of the country.
Gazan Makangari Dao. Gazan Makangari Dao.
Let the peace bird fly to me. After the dark smoke of the blast, let the gentle breezes blow. After the animal brutality of merciless killing, let innocent smiles bloom on the lips of children and usher in the newborn sun, to transform a dying generation who pretend to wear a still heart, a heart of machines.
Anil Boro's poem captures the emotions and hopes of the Bodos. It could apply to the entire region. The old culture of the Northeast being challenged by the aspirations of the new. The talk of a newborn son transforming a dying generation. The change of heart of animal brutality from a heart of machines. The peace bird bringing smiles. Well, that concludes this report, the third in our series on the Northeast. Thanks very much for watching and see you again.